Hello my beautiful hammerhead and welcome back to another video. I'm hopefully finally my daily routine again, but more about that later. Now we have the Sunday preview, Let's Slip the Wolves of War. They're finally here, the Space Wolves have come. So the Space Wolves army set is here, the Codex, the spicy edition one with the data cards, some sheets, and of course some beautiful wolfy space marines are in here. We have seen this a couple of weeks ago, so if you pre-order this next week, you will have this in your hands in 3 weeks, and probably in 5 or 6 weeks you will get to pre-order the whole rest of it. Just a guess, but maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't care. They're beautiful models. And then we have the mission deck for the next year. This is basically the last one for 10th edition, because at the end of the year we will get the next campaign for the transition into 11th edition. Then we have Crusade Armageddon, the new campaign book, which my boys, the Grey Knights, are on the cover, which I do love. And of course also in the Spicy edition. Then we have Terrain, which is nice, it's okay, it's Terrain. Nothing more to say here. We have Black Library, something that I'm really excited for. Sadly, I wasn't able to cover Black Library news over the last couple of weeks. But there are some beautiful books on the way. I'm not going to buy this one, I have the regular edition, and I'm focusing on Age of Sigmar Black Library books, but Belisari's Call, the Great Work, great book, really good book. Then we have Valedor as an audio novel, audio book. Why did I say audio novel? I don't know. I don't care. Let's continue. We have Legends of the Wolf, the Omnibus in German and French. And then we have Warhammer Plus with a battle report with Cruel Boys against Slanesh. We have Armies of Renown with a lot of nurgly goodness here. And we have Scribes and Scriveners, the interview corporate podcast of Games Workshop with, I think this is Robbie McNiven? Yes, Robbie McNiven for his work on the terrifying Caradrons. Yeah, that's basically it. Next week is the Skulls Showcase. Oh yes, on Thursday. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to record that one beforehand, or I can wake up at 3. Just no sleep for me from Thursday to Friday, basically. Can I do that? I don't know. Yeah, biggest Warhammer video games. Yes, with the Space Wolves of the Leash, we'll be checking out Fenrisian fighting styles alongside coverage of the new chapter-approved mission deck and all sorts more, including a surprise announcement none of you have seen before. None of you have seen coming. Huh, so not even in the rumors. I mean, that still could be the campaign books for 40k, so that we will get into 11th edition, might be the thing, because for Age of Sigmar, we know that Flesh Eater Cords are also coming. They were on the roadmap, but what else could be there? Huh. There is not that much. We just had Soul Blights. Maybe Black Templars, but we kinda know through the rumor wars that there is something. I don't know. I have some guesses here, but I haven't been active in the community for the last couple of weeks. Sadly, I wanted to be a lot more active, but that sadly wasn't possible. So that was the Sunday preview part. Now a little bit more about the channel and stuff. As you can see, I not only have a new chair, the old one is back there for my cat. Cat is sadly not sitting on it because she's beside me here. That was something, it was still at my parents' house because it was really heavy and there was no rush to bring it over. So I did build my chair. It is way, way better than the last one for my bag. That was the thing. My fluffy cat was sick, probably had a heart attack, and she's just 7 years old. She just became 7 years old, basically. And became 7 years old? Well, what happened to me? Yeah, she just got 7 years old last month, about 6 weeks ago or so, just when I started settling here with everything. You can also see my table is finally clean. There's just a piece of paper and some flowers on there, and my other headset for my phone, but you can't see that. And someday I just lay into bed and I heard something crash. And was just like, oh, maybe she tried to jump onto the table and it was dark, and it's fine. It's a cat. It happens. The next day I woke up. She just stumbled around like she was drunk. And I was like, oh no, something bad happened. She had no visible injury, so my mind went into, crap, she broke something. But it did not look like she broke something, because she still put pressure on all her paws. But she wobbled around and was like, something happened last night. I don't know what. Immediately went to the vet. First I called the vet because it was a weekend, and in Germany on the weekends the veterinarian is way more expensive. So luckily there is a possibility to call the emergency vet and ask, do I have to come? Is it serious? What do you think? What happened? They said, as long as she's eating and drinking, it's fine. Wait until Monday and come to, the office. The doctor's office. We didn't know what happened. So after 2 neurological tests, a very, very big blood test, we basically checked everything in her blood, and except the thyroid, I believe it was, which is kind of funny that we didn't do it, because we checked everything else, but doesn't really matter for now. And last week, so 6 days ago, while recording and publishing this video, we went to do a heart checkup. Maybe you have seen it on my Instagram account. And yeah, it was probably a heart attack, which is bad. So she was born with it. Her heart muscle is a little bit thicker than usual, and one of the left chambers has a slight, it's not uneven, what's it called? Yeah, the heart valve is a little uneven, so it lets blood through a little bit. It's not serious, despite what it sounds like, that she fell over and then I had to make everything cat safe in the apartment so she doesn't fall over and hurt herself and everything. It might happen. Now the doctor just said, keep her under your close supervision. When she sleeps, count her breathing. So she has to breathe about 30 times a minute. So 2 seconds per breath, in and out, basically. And now she's not sleeping, so she's breathing faster. If that gets worse, then we should go to the doctor's office again. And otherwise, just yearly checkups. So after 1,100 euros, that was a lot of money, but she's totally worth it. I put so many things on the back burner for her because she's one of the loves of my life. and I would do anything for her, as you might have guessed. Also, you can already tell that I was looking out for her a lot of times. The new job is great. I haven't have done as much as I wanted to because the learning phase is just a lot. But as in environmental protection for radioactive materials, there is a lot of learning to do, which is really freaking fantastic. It's so great to learn so many things, especially on how much is not communicated to the general public, which is baffling to me. And this is again one of the things that politicians really love to do, is just demonize something just for political gains, monetary gains, and so on, because lobbyists are a thing. And this table, by the way, this wood table, I'm already into hyper focusing and oversharing territory right now. I'm sorry, but you might know this, you might not know this, but everything has radioactivity. I don't know if that's the correct English terminology, but I'm just winging it right now. Because in Germany we say radioaktiv. Es ist, die Nuklide sind aktiv. The nuclides are active. So every time they lose something from themselves, let me just phrase it like this, it's an activity. There are 3 types, alpha, beta, gamma. You probably have heard those. Alpha is very strong but doesn't get far, and the particles are big. So basically, as long as you have healthy skin without any cuts or anything, nothing will happen to you. Beta rays are, I can hold up a piece of paper and it will block it. That's nothing. And gamma is the one that's really, really fast and that goes through you, which again you have to block with lead or anything similar to it. And it's like X-rays, like something like that. That's gamma rays. And yeah, tables, be it wood or granite or anything like that, they are highly active, which is really freaking fantastic. I believe I talked about this in another video where about half of the activity we emit as human beings, well, most of the people are human beings, about half of it is potassium-40, the other about half of it is carbon-14, and then a little bit of something else, which is really, really fantastic to know. And yeah, now tomorrow I'm going to start in the department for carbon-14 in the air, which is going to be very, very interesting. I don't know of how much I can talk about it, so I'm not going to delve too much further into it. But yeah, that was also a thing, so a lot of learning to do. Not only that, but one of the things I'm doing right now is early mornings. I, of course, go to my job, do the stuff. During my break, noon-ish, I come home, look after the cats, eat something, go back to work, come back home. So I'm basically beat for 12 hours. No, not 12, 11 hours. Even though I drive to work with a scooter, and when I'm really beat, I still take the car because it's really exhausting. But yeah, for the channel, what does this mean? Because I have other stuff to do as well, as I now have a second job, as economy is bad, which is also I don't like it. That this second job is, of course, voluntarily. I really don't need it. I kinda need it. It's really complicated to tell. What does this mean for the channel? So let's go back to this. I'm sorry that I'm digressing. I didn't come into this pre-planned or stuff like that. What I'm doing actually right now is, for the hobby itself, I'm designing stuff. I'm learning Blender. At first I was like, this program sucks. It is the worst. Nothing is intuitive. But as soon as you spend, I don't know how much time I spent with it, about 20 hours or so, which is still a lot of time because, again, nothing is intuitive. It kinda makes sense. I still wish that it would be a little bit more, what's it called? Things sometimes don't make sense. Because one of my best friends is also teaching me, that's what it made it so much easier for me to get into it. And sad, I can't show you what I've printed because it's still in development. I have it right by my side. I have 3 prototypes printed because I also have a 3D printer now, because I have to print the things. I can show you this. This will tell you nothing. This is just one of the parts that I printed. No, the other stuff I can't show you. And that was also something that, it's terrible. I just want a tool. I want to put my designed thing into the slicer, press print, and let's go. Doesn't work like that. And I really don't like that. Everything is calibrated. I have worked with fine-tuned machines for almost 10 years. I calibrated them every week, something that I'm also doing with this machine. I'm calibrating every week, I'm checking everything, and sometimes it still doesn't do the thing I want it to. Even though, again, I have help from one of my other best friends who's in the 3D printing universe since the beginning. He was one of the early adopters. So he was one of the guys who bought an assembly kit and assembled a 3D printer himself. He has so many printers and went through so many iterations of printers. And I don't know. Luckily, we found the issues, even though I still think it shouldn't have issues, but it's still a piece of machinery. There is also a funny story behind that, but yeah. So you can see I have my hands full. I'm still at the stage of, I only printed one of my Old Dominion models. I'm hopefully going to be able to do more this week. I did hear my cat. Oh yeah, she wants to be covered in a blanket. Maybe that's the time for me to end this video. Yeah, my headset turned off. Nice, it's been 20 minutes. So, the Sunday previews I'm going to now record and upload on Sundays, because during the week it's a nightmare to do stuff. And I just want to sit down, do hobby, do my designs, or do anything for the hobby, do the 3D printing for my second job. I don't know if I can talk about it, even though it might not be for you, because it's a 3D printing service in Germany. It's HBS print to play, HBS print to play, sorry. And yeah, we're doing a lot right now. Not me directly, I'm still just in the background, but still. Yeah, I still have to think about how to do more stuff. Maybe just weekend videos. So recording Saturdays maybe 1 or 2 videos, 1 Black Library review. I still need a new headset for on the go, because the one I have for my phone, to which I'm listening to Audible with, is still broken. So I'm at the end of Shadow of Cain for Age of Sigmar. And yeah, then maybe another video. So Saturdays will be a recording day. During the week, I'm just gonna answer comments and everything, brainstorm for video ideas. And Sundays I will record the Sunday preview and upload it, and then I don't know. This is my plan right now. I might have to revise this later on. But yeah, thank you for being here. Please do all the YouTube stuff, or we may never see each other again. Stay hydrated, stay fantastic, and I will see you the next time. Bye! Bye! Bye!